People often overestimate what they can achieve in a year, but underestimate what they can do in 10 years. Now, let me tell you a little bit about what I've done in the last 10 years. It was just less than 10 years ago, 9 years to be exact, so just less than a decade ago, that I moved back to London. And at that time, I only had £500 in my pocket. That's all I had to my name. And since then, over the last 9 years, best part of the last decade, I've built up 4 massively successful businesses with multi-million pound turnovers. I've invested in one business and sold that business as well. And my life has had a complete 360 turnaround in that last decade. I've gone from basically being broke and having nothing to being where I am today. And I want to share with you guys just one of the key things that I've done in the last 10 years, which you guys can implement going forward for the next decade and hopefully enjoy even more success than what I've had. So if you're enjoying this, just a quick note, make sure you click below and subscribe so you always get my content first. Comment, let me know what you think, and also share it with your friends. Spread the love. So one of the key things when it comes to being successful in life is planning, right? So every time a new year comes, what I do is before New Year's, I sit down and I write out my goals for the year. So what are the big things that I want to achieve this year? Now, this isn't just any new year again. This is a new decade we're going into. So this time, let's go big. So let's do it this way. All of you right now, sit down and start writing out your goals, the big things you'd like to achieve in the next 10 years. By 2030, where do you want to be? What are the key things you want in your life? Where do you want your family life to be? Do you want to get married? Do you want to have kids? What do you want to do for your parents, right? Think about your personal life, real estate. Do you want to buy yourself a home? Do you want to make some investments? What cars do you want to buy? What holidays do you want to go on? What experiences do you want to have? I want you to create a picture of your life in 2030 and write it all down bit by bit. What exactly is that life that you want in 2030? Because I'll tell you something from my own experiences. The things that I've wanted, the things that I've dreamed of, the things that I've written down and made goals of, sometimes I've even forgot about them. But life's got a funny way of giving you what you want. So everything that I've asked for and wanted, even if I forgot about it, sometime in life it's come full circle back around and I've got that thing. And I'm sat there thinking, oh, cool, I really like this. This is nice. And then I'm thinking, wow, just a few years ago, this is something that I wrote down in a book and said I'd like. So it's funny that when you're working hard, but you're setting your goals, how those goals come to fruition. Anyways, now back to the task. So write down everything you want to achieve in the next 10 years. 2030, what is your life going to look like? Now, next level, let's home in a little bit. Let's talk about the next 12 months. What are the key achievements you want to make in the next 12 months? What do you need to do in the next 12 months that is going to help you towards that big 2030 vision? So for example, I want to start a new business. I want to start a side business. I want to start a new career path. You know, I'm going to leave my job and go for a different job in the dream industry I've always been thinking of going for. I want to go and further my education. I'm going to go back into education. I'm going to do a PhD. I'm going to do a master's. I'm going to graduate, whatever it might be. What are those key things that you need to do in 2020 to achieve that big 2030 vision? Because basically in life, everything is about building blocks, right? So you do the right things in 2020 and 2021, 22, 23, there and there forth, and you'll be building that big, brilliant vision for 2030. So home in on those things that you need to do in 2020. Again, make a list of them. Whether if it's fitness, okay, I want to get in shape. I need to wake up 1 hour earlier in the morning so I can hit the gym in the morning and not have it where I finish work in the evening and I'm lazy and I bail out and I don't go. I procrastinate. So put those aims and goals in. Really get specific with the details. Get imaginative. And even with your decade goals, be really imaginative. You know when you're saying, I want a big house. No, don't write that. I want a 7-bedroom house in this area, on this road, that has a garden that looks like this. Really imagine it in your mind and write that imagination of yours, write it down, be descriptive. Be specific about what you want, because the specifics that you want, that is what you'll get. So back to 2020 again. So you're writing down your whole list of what are those key things you need to achieve. Go into the detail. Then after that, once you've got your year plan, you know what you need to achieve in the year, now home in, micro into the first month. Okay? Now this is the most important part. What am I going to do in January that is going to set me on that path? That's going to change the course of the direction that I'm doing. What are the key things I need to do in January? Again, what are the key things I do in February, March, and thereforth? Plan out that big 2030 decade plan. Home in on 2020. What do I need to achieve in 2020 to get there? Then home in on the months. What do I need to achieve every single month to ensure that I consolidate all the goals for that year and set myself on the track towards getting to my big vision? Now, a lot of things will be, I want to be more productive. I want to wake up earlier. I want to work harder. I want to start my new business. For people watching this, I'm imagining you're entrepreneurial like myself. Most of my followers are, and that's what you're going to be thinking. Is that the kind of things that I think? Now, don't wait until 1st of January. Get a head start. Get ahead of the pack. Start now. Start today. Start in December. Set your track. Set your motions. So everyone, the rest of the world is out there. They're all waiting for December. They're all waiting for January 1st to start their plan. Get a few weeks ahead of them. Already get in the motion. Get your routine set and get a head start on the rest of the world. Let's smash the next decade. 2030 is ours.